Bruce Sees All.
Pipe system speculation. The theoretical framework exploring the concept of a pipe system designed to veil lunar structures and everything on the surface, a smoke emission mechanism, hypothesized mechanisms for the emission of smoke to conceal lunar features. We have a few mechanisms and a few systems. We have the lunar smoke system, smoke concealment hypothesis, that the concept of a smoke system designed to obscure lunar structures. 2. Purpose and mechanism, theoretical explanations for the purpose and functioning of the lunar smoke system. Why would they have one there? 3. Scientific inquiry would be the quest to validate or obviously debunk the existence of such a system. Possibly buried artifacts, hidden structures within the lunar craters have been discovered through recent exploration in my research. We got the pipe system theory, that is speculation about a pipe system that emits smoke to conceal these structures, and we're going to do a scientific investigation with ongoing research that aims to uncover the truth behind these hidden lunar features. The possibility of designing a smoking system or mechanism on the moon that would hide structures in the darkness, inside of the craters, or anywhere on the moon that may seem far-fetched for some, but with advancements in technology and a deeper understanding of the actual moon's environment, it may not be entirely impossible. Such a system could potentially be used for a variety of reasons, such as concealing the presence of a lunar base, or protecting sensitive equipment or information from the harsh conditions on the moon's surface and from the human people. Our potential method for creating a smoking system on the moon could involve the use of fog, vapor. By releasing controlled amounts of fog and vapor throughout the surface of the moon, it could create a hazy atmosphere that would obscure our view from the Earth. This fog and vapor could be produced using a variety of methods, such as beating up lunar ice or using chemical reactions to create a mist-like substance. Another aspect to consider in designing such a system would be the lunar environment itself. The moon's lack of atmosphere, so they say, would mean that any fog or vapor released would not disperse as it does on Earth. But why is it dispersing? It would likely linger close to the surface, creating a thick layer of smog that would effectively hide any structure or activity taking place on the moon. One potential challenge is designing this system would be the need for a continuous source of fog and the vapor, someone maintaining it, automated or not. Additionally, the use of this smoking system would no doubt need to be carefully monitored and regulated to avoid any potential negative impacts on the moon's environment. Efforts would need to be made to ensure that the fog and vapor do not interfere with any ongoing scientific research or harm any potential life forms that may exist on the moon or in the moon's atmosphere. While the ideal of a smoking system on the moon may seem like a concept out of a science fiction novel for some, it is not entirely implausible. With careful planning, technological advancements, and a deeper understanding of the lunar environment, it may be possible to design a system that could effectively hide structures on the moon, a surface entirely hidden. Whether or not this hypothesis becomes a reality remains to be seen, but it certainly opens a realm of possibilities for future exploration and development on the moon. There's been numerous claims and speculations and even proof in my research about the existence of extraterrestrial life and UFO sightings on the lunar surface. In light of this, it is not impossible to imagine a scenario where spacecraft or bases on the moon would want to remain hidden from prying eyes. This is where the concept of a smoking system or mechanism comes into play. The smoking system on the moon would essentially act as a smoke screen, obscuring the lunar surface from outsiders and making it difficult to spot any activity happening on the surface itself, both going to and from the moon. They would be obscured. This could potentially allow for spacecraft to come and go without being noticed, and for UFOs to hover over the lunar surface undetected. The mechanism could involve the release of a special smoke or gas that would create a thick layer of fog over the moon, making it difficult for anyone to see through it. Alternatively, it could also involve the installation of smoke-emitting devices across the surface of the moon entirely, strategically placed to create a continuous cover of smoke based on the winds and currents on the moon. Of course, any such mechanism would require careful planning and engineering, as well as a steady supply of resources to sustain it. But with the advancement of technology and potential benefits it could bring, it is not entirely impossible the smoking system could also have practical uses, such as shielding the lunar surface from harmful radiation and providing a controlled environment for potential human inhabitants. The complexity of building structures on an entire moon without being seen would be a daunting task. It would involve advanced engineers and construction techniques, as well as the utilization of cutting-edge technology. The structures would need to be strategically placed and camouflaged in order to avoid detection from any potential onlookers. This would require precise planning and execution, making it a highly challenging and time-consuming project. Furthermore, the construction of such a system would also require a significant amount of people to be involved. This would not only include skilled engineers and architects, but also a large number of laborers and support staff. The sheer size and scale of the project would require a diverse team with a range of expertise, making it a truly collaborative effort, maybe even a civilization of its own. Given the sensitivity and secrecy surrounding this project, it is highly likely that it would require military involvement as well. The protection of this secret would be of utmost importance, and therefore it would require the assistance of highly trained and skilled military personnel. In addition, it's possible that other secret foreign candidates, partnerships, in secrecy may also be involved in this project, further highlighting its significance and complexity and the importance of keeping it a secret. The idea of creating fake craters on the moon as a means of hiding and smoking the surface may be a fascinating and thought-provoking concept, but not impossible at all. One may wonder, is it truly possible to construct such a complex system on the moon? The answer is yes. Of course it's possible. With all the advancements and technology and engineering that we have today, though, did they have this 1,000 years ago? Or 2,000 years ago? Who built this? Did they get any help from aliens? The ideal of building Moon's surface is not far-fetched at all. In fact, it could be achieved through an automated system, making it even more feasible. The ideal of constructing highways on the moon may seem far-fetched, but with the right equipment and skilled construction crews, it is a possibility. The construction process may take some time and require a significant number of workers, but with the use of heavy machinery, the time could be minimized. The goal could be to create a system that allows for making the smoking activity to go on without being noticed by others. The camouflage of the entire network of fake craters and piping systems would be crucial in achieving this goal. The use of advanced technology and careful planning would be necessary to ensure the success of this secret project. The potential impact of such a system on the moon's surface and its environment is a topic that would require further exploration and consideration, of course. However, the idea of creating fake craters connected to smoking systems on the moon is both intriguing and thought-provoking, is it not? And the possibilities of its implementation are endless. By strategically digging and creating fake craters on the moon, we could potentially install various systems such as radio telescopes, even defense mechanisms and surveillance cameras. These systems could then be connected to a network of pipes buried beneath the surface, allowing for the controlled release of smoke and or other substances to obscure the moon's surface in a natural-looking environment. The benefits of such a system are numerous. For one, it could serve as a form of camouflage, making it more difficult for potential threats and or adversaries to observe and analyze the moon's surface and activity. This could be especially useful for military or strategic purposes. Additionally, the installation of a radio telescope within the fake crater could allow for enhanced communications and data collection from the moon and elsewhere, providing valuable insights and information for scientific secret research. Utilizing an automated system of robots to control its smoking process, we could ensure a consistent and controlled level of smoke, preventing any potential damage to the moon's delicate ecosystem. The use of cameras surrounding the fake craters could also allow for real-time monitoring and adjustments, ensuring the system is functioning properly and effectively at all times. The possibility of building structures that resemble its unique landscape would not only be aesthetically pleasing, but also serve as very practical purposes. One potential use for these structures could be for research and exploration. The tunneling systems could provide a safe and controlled environment for scientists to study its moon's surface and collect valuable data without the constraints of limited oxygen and extreme temperatures by creating a tunneling system all over the moon, but that's only if there's no oxygen there. They could be terraforming it. Additionally, the natural-looking exterior would not disrupt its surrounding environment, allowing for a more accurate study of the lunar landscape. Another possible application for these structures could be for military or governmental use. The secrecy provided by the tunneling systems inside of these structures would make it an ideal location for conducting classified operations or storing sensitive information or even material. Alien or not, the natural shape of the structure would also make it less conspicuous and difficult to detect from above, providing an added layer of security. So maybe this is a better presentation of what I'm trying to tell you about what's going on the moon, both real footage and illustration. We're going over to the moon right now to finish off the video. This took me a long time to explain. It took me years to come to this understanding myself. This is a fake tunnel system idea of pipes and tunnels for both people and even smokes and hazes to be evenly distributed across the moon. Is it possible to build a fake crater? Now several pipes, what look like pipes that are leaving craters. There's Tycho crater near the Tycho installations. We see what looks like a line or pipe or tunnel going downwards into the center of a dark crater, but we also see a plume of smoke just coming out from that exact crater, just at the end of where that bends there. You can see it on the right, that massive plume of smoke coming out, obscuring the surface. Here it is upside down. There's that pipe going downwards, but look what's right underneath it, to the right of it, like someone smoking a pipe, and you see that massive plume of smoke, which is, by the way, several miles wide. Pipes around Copernicus. This is Plato crater. There's pipes around other craters on the surface of the moon. A massive pipe that leaves a crater and then goes out to another series of smaller pipes, all parallel to one another, laying along the surface, some of them high enough over some structures, and what I believe that is what is hiding the surface. So I mentioned, while we're looking at spacecraft, all the smoke can also be to protect humans and inhabitants or beings that are on the moon against radiation coming from the sun. I mean, there's lots of reasons. It could be terraforming. It could be, industrialized setups down there that all this smoke is rising up off the surface and causing us not to be able to see the surface. That was my hypothesis. That's the only way I'm going to present it, and I'm going to tell you it's just a hypothesis, but I showed some visual proof and evidence along with it. Coming out of a tunnel. Paul, Ruth Kelly, Eric Dubé, Darla, Pat, everyone, thanks for gifting out the memberships. Thanks for the interest. Aliens on the moon, when are they going to tell the world? Come on, Pentagon. Aliens on the moon. Aliens on the moon. And they're mining. Really up there. And they're mining on the moon. Aliens on the moon. Thank you very much for the support to this channel. Everyone, thanks for the generous contributions, and thanks for watching the videos. Aliens up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mining on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.